Hello, guys. Today I'm going to tell you about my research. The topic is teachers' perception of using video conferencing for developing students' cognitive competence. I decided to choose specifically Skyeng because it's the most popular video conferencing platform nowadays. So briefly, this is the content, but we'll discuss all the things. So the purpose of this, so the aim of this research is to define rubrics that Skyeng teachers used to measure students' cognitive competence. The significance is actually very simple. A lot of teachers nowadays shift to working online, and the current situation with worldwide quarantine and the fact that a lot of might be a lot of people lose their job. It led them to thinking about the new ways of working, including online, including through digital tools, using digital tools. So that's why a lot of people more and more use what more and more teachers start working at start teaching English online, and advantages actually are very simple. They are working from anywhere and flexible schedule. However, there are some drawbacks, and um, let's start from the research questions. Uh, there are two research questions. How Skyeng teachers measure students' cognitive competence, and what are the problems that teachers face in teaching English online? The hypothesis is that teaching English online develops students' cognitive competence. There were actually regarding the research method and instruments. I actually, in order to gain perceptions, I decided to choose qualitative approach. That is self-evident, of course, and then I developed. I designed 8 questions eight questions for a semi-structured interview. So I had 3 participants. Actually, I invited 5 participants, and 3 of them to consented to take part in the interview. Regarding the literature review, shortly I can say that this is the list of the most let's say important sources that I used that were useful for me. And the thing that I learned from the literature review is that technical issues such as technical hitches, accidental interruptions, they are really common, and that's why I wanted to learn. What are the problems, what are the other problems. Sorry, that teachers face in teaching English online. So I understood there are seven insights. Let's say yes, I gained 7 insights, and I want to share with you. So there are problems with health, but it's not something surprising, because teaching online is similar to work of the office workers. Sorry for tautology, but you understood the meaning. Both of them have health problems such as headache and eye fatigue. Also, there is a time difference. So if you're, for example, working with students who are from Moscow, you have a 3 time difference. And consider the fact that 7 p.m. is the prime time. You have to. It's okay if you work at, for instance, 10 p.m. And that's why it may lead to sleep deprivation. Also, stress. There is a place for stress because of lack of real communication for 2 and more hours. And that was really interesting and surprising for me, because teachers are supposed to use communicative approach, and it seems that they're talking. However, it seems that at the same time it only creates the illusion of talking, and anyway they need real communication. So also, is there any ability to help students when they're asking to help? Sorry, and yes, of course, it might destroy the first impression of online learning. So also, regarding the shy students, it should be mentioned that there is a case that one teacher spent a year and a half in order to build close relationships with this shy student. And in fact, it's very, very interesting because I understood that. I agree that it's not the easy process. However, after learning this thing, there is a I have a hypothesis that video conferencing may only complicate and prolong the process of building relationships. Also, all teachers in Skyeng have an opportunity to develop their own rubrics. So Skyeng can give them rubrics. However, they are able to develop their own. And all my participants did this. So, and finally, the thing why Skyeng is better than other platforms that are not designed for language learning is that Skyeng is the digitization of student talking time and teacher talking time during the lesson. It means that their platform is able to record and calculate and show teacher and students to teachers and to students the percentage of student talking time and teacher talking time. That's really great. And also, their system automatically grades students' exercises. And of course, about the limitations, I should say that it's all about the sample size. There were only 3 participants due to quarantine, and all interviews at the same time were experienced teachers. Because at the beginning, I planned that I would have novice teachers who worked less than 3 months, but I think I didn't. Yes, I failed in this. So, and that's why, yes, it was one of the limitations. Finally, I can say that this, let's say, this research was indeed useful for me because I learned a lot of things, such as how to design interview questions, and who are the people who should give a feedback, let's say, and how to revise them, and etc., etc., etc. All the things were really useful, and the only thing, the suggestions for the further research is that uh, is totally, let's say, related to shy students, to the problem of shy students. That is to define the role of video conferencing in establishing relationships between shy students, and just to between shy students and teacher, and to understand, does video conferencing really complicates and prolongs the process of establishing close relationships? Yes. And that's it. Thank you for your attention.